Okay, so these are my DIY micro lock installs. I am excited, one, because I did it. I'm excited, two, because I did it myself. So, okay, so I was not one of those people who did the perfect grid and just knew everything about microlocks down to a T. I kind of did my research of actually how to do your own microlocks. I kind of did my research midway while I was doing my own hair, while I was doing the install. And why I well, I did research on it, but I was mostly just admiring the mature locks. You know, I was looking at people and I was like, oh my goodness, I want that for myself, to see my hair flourishing and growing and thriving. And, you know, with me not having to manipulate it as often as I normally do if it was just in this loose, natural state. And so I've been admiring that for a while. I've actually had locks before, but they were just the bigger ones. They weren't micro locks, just regular locks, whatever they're called. They were just regular locks, and I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them for a season, but one day on my lunch break at work, I just asked someone, "Would you grab that scissor and just cut them all off?" So yes, that's what I did. But that was a different stage of my life. I was in a different place. And I'm not saying that I can never get tired of these because as a woman in general, women, we don't normally like to just have one style. But the thing about microlocks is because they're so small, the versatility dial is just turned all the way up. Because some people I've seen, and sometimes I wasn't even sure that those were micro locks. It's just it's so small, it's so neat, it's so and nothing against bigger locks like regular locks that I had before, but I just think these are more versatile because with my locks that I had before, I did all the pin-up styles, and those were pretty. I enjoyed those, but I just think that with this style, you know, I get the opportunity because I love a bigger type hair, but my hair is not naturally just thick. I obviously is not as thin as it could be or has been in the past, but it's really not just thick either. But with the smaller locks, with the micro locks, when they start to mature, you have an opportunity to go bigger and fluffier, and that's the type of hair I like anyway. But yeah, so getting down to these micro locks, it took me a whole day to do them, but they were a little bit bigger than I wanted them to be at the end of it all. So I just kind of went through and split one in two. So if I had one that was just way too big, I just split it in two with my fingers. Yes. So I'm not gonna have that crispy grid like people have, because I really was not. I didn't even know the importance of having that crispy grid, because like I was saying, I was kind of just watching videos about the process, doing it yourself as I was doing it. But I was just more fantasizing about the when it becomes mature, and it's full and nice, and just light and airy. So that's what I was more focused on. But as I got into it and I'm doing it, I'm realizing, oh, there's a lot of things that I may have wanted to do. So grid wise, as far as the back is concerned, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A mess. A mess. A mess. Yeah. So it is not gonna be it's not gonna be like others that you've seen. But I wanted to come on here because I still believe that it's gonna be beautiful. You know, as soon as it starts coming into its own, it's gonna be beautiful. And I kind of wanted to document my journey, just in case somebody else wants to see. You know, somebody might have the same texture hair, and they just want to see. I do want to put this out there though. These ones in the front, see this super curly look? This is not my natural hair texture. So because the ones in the at the front and the perimeter of my hair, they were so tight. The perimeter of my hair, the hair is usually just super thin, super fine. So in order to not just have a little mini fro right here, I had to put the Afro Kinky extensions in. So all these ones, and I just did it for the perimeter of the hair. So these ones at the front, and then I have some that are at the back. So like that. Yeah. But so if you this is my natural hair texture. You can see it's not as curly. You can see it's not as curly as that is. It's not very coily at all, to be honest. So that's my hair in comparison to these. But the Afro Kinky is the recommended hair that I saw if you were going to put extensions in. So I wanted to just document my journey because everybody's journey is not going to start out in a perfect way. You know, some people did all the parts, did all the sections, did them section by section. I tried to do that, but when you're just, they're just doing your thing, thinking it doesn't even matter what's going to be in who's seeing the back anyway. I did not do those parts the way that I should have. But anyway, you learn as you go along, and I still believe that as they grow and mature. And the middle of my hair is very thin, and that's from wearing wigs a lot. But I do believe that if I just allow it a chance to breathe, allow my hair to grow, I believe it's going to come into its fullness. Because like I said, I'm documenting this journey because I was so encouraged by others who documented their journey. And I realized, it could be possible. I was just Googling, typing in on YouTube the whole time, microlocs in thin hair stages, because I wanted to see the stages of people's hair when they did it. So that's what encouraged me too, when I saw a lot of people. And my hair might not be super thin, but it is, you can see through it, so it's thin, but I do know that people have very fine texture hair, and they, to them their hair is very thin, and I understand that. But to me, mine is thin also, because you can kind of just see through it. But I believe that as the hair grows and matures and is not manipulated as much as I normally would in its loose natural state, then I believe it will come into its own. So I just wanted to document my little beginning journey, and I'm gonna let everyone know, some of these extensions, we'll see if they fall out, what they do. But like I said, I wanted to come and just share my journey, imperfections and all, just so that someone could see that it might not have started out perfect, but it could still end pretty well. And I have all confidence in God that my journey is gonna be great. But like with anything else in life, you may not have started out well, but if you're alive, there is hope. There is hope in Christ to make a change in the direction that you want to go, and to make a change from any direction that you've been in that you probably shouldn't have been on. So yeah, just wanted to come on here, and I don't know if I did all the hair stuff enough. Did I do this enough? Did I do, look, I am new to this YouTube world. I'm new to making videos, but I just wanted to step out of my comfort zone and do something that I wouldn't normally do, and document my journey. I always benefit from so many people's journey, and especially with me migrating to the U.S., there were so many different threads that I was following, and all these things about different things pertaining to immigration. I'm like, I'm gonna do a thread one day. I'm gonna do it, and I never end up doing anything. I just benefit off of these people's experiences, and gain knowledge from it, and just not share it in the way that I had desired to in my heart. But this time is going to be different with this time is going to be different because I'm going to document my journey, and I want to document it, imperfections and all, because I said that I was not going to start a YouTube video ever until I got to the ideal weight that I wanted, and I'm just looking skinny and the way that I want to. But you know what? If you never make a move, things will never get done. So you just gotta forget about all the what ifs. You just gotta forget about all the imperfections, and you just step out there and do what you've been called to do. And that's it. Well, I hope somebody watches this video and I haven't spent 12 minutes talking to myself. Well, alrighty. Well, thank you.